Welcome to another how-to video from AnimalCare software. Section and enclosure management. Let's start by clicking on Administration and going to Sections and Enclosures. To begin adding sections, go to Edit Sections. Click on the plus sign to add your very first section. I'm going to add one called South America. Then I'm going to click OK, and notice that this is now a daily report. I'm going to click on the line and you'll notice that the status is active. I do not recommend deleting sections once you've been using them for a while. Just change the status to inactive. You'll see that the daily report box is checked. If you plan on adding any sections or subsections for tracking operations or environmentals for a particular life support system, make sure to uncheck the box under Hide Subsection Without Animal. Now let's add a couple animal and non-animal subsections to South America. To add subsections to a section, click on the plus sign for that line. First, I'm going to add a subsection for my enclosure of armadillos. Then I'm going to hover over that line again for South America, click that plus sign, and add the next subsection. I'm going to add one for my water pump so I can add notes and measurements for that. And finally, I'm going to add one more for some macaws. No changes are made to the section hierarchy until I publish my changes. You can also discard changes as needed. The audit history will keep track of all changes made to section hierarchy. Only one user can modify section hierarchy at a time. Please note there is an autosave function. Each time you want to make any changes to the section hierarchy, you must return to the edit mode. By hovering over the left-hand side of the line, I can actually move a section in between or put it into another subsection. And when you're done editing, publish changes. Now let's take a look at the section details. At the top we have general information. I'm going to edit so that I can add an enclosure ID, and I'm also going to add a geolocation, which means I'm going to add the latitude and longitude. I'm going to copy those values from a map I have open on another screen. You can add measurements from the daily report, but also right here from Sections and Enclosures. I had already added a couple of section measurements for temperature and humidity, so I'm going to add a humidity measurement here. Section notes and secure notes show up here under Sections and Enclosures. Daily report notes and section mentions can be viewed from here as well. Under attachments, you can attach all sorts of documents, resources, and even images. I'm going to drag and drop an image from my other screen here to be the profile picture for my section. You can upload multiple images and use the green checkbox to select which one you prefer to use as your profile image for your section. Next, you will see where you can assign animals to this section. Now, I don't want to assign the animals to the top level section for South America. I want to assign them to armadillos. So I'm going to select that and then assign my animals. Please note you can only assign animals that have been added to your animal inventory. Now in this example, I've only added 3 animals to my animal inventory, but as you can see there's a search box and I can click on the animals one at a time or select all and then save. There are the animals I've assigned. Now the last part that we have down here is the audit history, and notice that you can include subsections when you're looking at that audit history, but there are no subsections that we currently have for that section. One last item here under section details are labels. You can add colored labels that will be displayed on the daily report as well as here in the sections and enclosures management area. I'm going to create one that identifies this subsection as being one that contains ambassador animals. Using labels allows you to quickly identify sections that have things in common, such as ambassador animals. Now, if you have already added users, you can assign them by going to Section Assignments. To start, click on the section where you want to assign employees and click Add Employee. Then type their name to find them on the list. The next column is Role, which only identifies the permissions that user has when they're logged in. You can assign their title or role within the section by clicking on the drop-down box and using one from the list or creating a new one. Click on the blue check mark to save. Please note that you can assign users to multiple sections or subsections. Notice the audit history updating. Once you have your facility set up, you can search for sections and subsections in the search bar. To add or edit any other sections, I simply go back to Edit Sections and then go to the place that I want to add. Here I want to add a second daily report for North America, so I clicked on the plus sign at the top. Then to add a subsection to North America, I hover on that line, click on the plus sign, and I'm going to add one for wolves. Notice the arrows on the side after I publish. I can go and click here to expand or contract the sections. Now let's go to the daily reports to show you how this information is going to be displayed to your staff when they're entering data. You can see on the menu bar on the left hand side the icon for the sections, and there you can see our section profile. There's the measurement we entered earlier. There's our animals assigned to the section, and of course there's that green label that identifies this as our ambassador animals. If you have any questions about this enhancement or any other features, please contact me at dave@animalcaresoftware.com. And click here to subscribe to our channel.